Okay, so regarding this plug that's on the side of the bike next to the battery that people were talking about, some sort of a resistor that supposedly tells the computer to unrestrict the power. From what I understand, some of the other markets like Asia and Europe, they have it restricted for whatever reason. And I guess they do it here too. I've never heard of it till just recently, so I wanted to try it out. So this morning when I was coming to work in the previous video, I had unplugged it prior to riding it, and I haven't rode this bike in a couple of weeks. So when I got on it, it was, it's pretty quick, and it's got quite a bit of grunt and torque, and it feels like the throttle is not as snatchy, not so on-off-ish. And so I commented and said that that's what it felt like, but I wasn't sure because, sometimes when you don't ride your bike for a couple of weeks, you get on it and you're having a good time and it seems faster, just because you haven't rode it in a while. But when I left work, I plugged it back in. I just went down the street with it and just kind of got on the gas a little bit, and it definitely makes a difference. So now I can say for certain. And then right before this video, I unplugged it again. I should have done it both, but it is what it is. So, but I can tell you, if you unplug the plug, it definitely makes a difference. It feels like it has more torque. It's got more grunt, probably from about, let's see, I'm in fourth gear, 4,500 roughly. You get on it, it definitely pulls harder, accelerates a little faster, and the throttle is definitely not as on-off-ish. It's not perfect by any means, but it's much better than it was before. So now I can definitely say it does make a difference. It does not throw a check engine light, so that's good. I don't notice anything else, especially nothing negative. So I guess the other question is, some people have put a booster plug on it, unplug that plug next to the battery, and then put this booster plug that you can buy online. But from what I saw, it costs about 150 bucks for it, and it supposedly smooths out the throttle response a little bit better, so it's not so on-off-ish. And I guess it brings out whatever power it can out of the motorcycle. So I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna spend 150 bucks on this plug, especially if it's not that noticeable. I'd have to do some more research on it to see if it's worth it. But I can tell you, if you just unplug it, it makes a difference, a noticeable difference. So I think I'm just gonna ride around with it unplugged. And if you wanna know where the plug is, just check out my previous video, the one where I take the blue plastic dip off this bike and put it back to white. And the video shows where it is. It's next to the battery. On the left side of the bike, there's a plastic panel with a key in it, where you would stick your ignition key to undo the plastic, and then you can see the battery. Well, right there attached to the bracket of the battery is this neon greenish yellowish plug, and that's the one. And so yeah, it does make a difference, and it does make the bike feel more torquey, a little faster, and the on-off throttle is not as bad as it was before. So I recommend doing it. And then the mailman over here is going to just pull out in front of everybody. Good job. Stupid. Anyway, so yeah, to sum it up, if you have this bike, make sure you unplug it, and you will notice a world of difference. Well, let me take that back. Not a world of difference, but you'll notice a pretty good difference in how quickly it accelerates, the torque, and the snatchy throttle is not as bad. So if you have it, go ahead and unplug it. And it does not throw a check engine light, so that's good. And I haven't noticed any negatives from it, so I don't notice any hesitation or any lag at any RPM. I think it's pretty good. So it makes the bike a lot more fun. So I don't know. That's my take on it. I know there's a couple other people that have done it, but they've also used the booster plug. So I can't speak for that portion of it, but I can tell you if you just unplug it, it makes a difference. And it doesn't cost any money, so that's always a plus. But, you know, if that plug was probably, you know, 30, 40, maybe even 50 bucks, I would probably buy it just to check it out. But 150 bucks, and I have no evidence of how much more, you know, power or torque it gets because of this booster plug. I'm not going to try it unless at some point down the road I find some more videos or some evidence on what exactly it does and how much better it makes the bike. Plus, I'm still not 100% on keeping this bike. It might be getting sold at some point in the near future. Maybe this year, maybe in the spring, I don't know. We'll see. I'm looking at getting another motorcycle, and I don't want three, you know, because I have my XSR 900. That one is definitely not going anywhere. I'm keeping that bike for sure. But this one is that up in the air bike. I want to keep it. Part of me says I want to keep it, but I want this other motorcycle, and I'm not going to say what it is yet, because when I buy it, I'm just going to do a reveal video. But it's really cool. It's a fantastic motorcycle. I've always wanted this thing, and I almost had a good deal worked out about a week ago on it, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. So I ended up not going with it. So I'm gonna wait a little bit longer just to see, and then whenever I find that right price, that right deal, that's when I'll get it. Until then, I guess I'll just keep it. I might sell this one anyway in the meantime, but I don't know yet. So as for right now, it's gonna stay for a little while anyway, and I'm gonna enjoy riding this thing. Because with the new power, it's actually pretty cool. So anyway, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button and like the video, and there's more to come. So stay tuned, and I really appreciate everyone that's watching. And if you have any comments, leave it below. I'd love to talk to anyone that has a question or a comment, or if you have this bike. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one.